When I was listening, I thought of my father died when I was 13, and I've had story after story about how bad that was for many years, but I don't feel that anymore, and I haven't for a long time. Or anything that's happened to me in the past seems pretty irrelevant. And I realized as I was listening that most of the things that make me unhappy are about the future. They're fears about the future. And I don't know how you can question your beliefs about what's happened. It's not questions about beliefs about the past. It's always about the
sweetheart,
future.
what do you fear about the future?
Oh my gosh, what don't I fear about the future? I fear...
So just isolate one.
Okay. I fear suffering in the future.
So in the future you're going to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true? Can you absolutely know that it's true?
I don't know if it's true, no.
So what happens when you think that thought?
I get scared now and unhappy and
So close your eyes, and what images do you see when you think the thought, I'm going to suffer?
I see, a bag lady on the street. I see, someone who's dying of bone cancer. I have all these images.
Feel that.
Okay.
You see, that's how you see yourself. And then it goes into, if I don't do this, that'll happen. I better do this, or that'll happen. I better get married, or that'll happen. I better get a good job, or that'll happen. I better go to school, or that's how you react when you believe the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you get to see it all as images, and then you live it out. That's what's driving you. Fear is driving you.
Mm-hmm.
So who would you be without the thought? In the future, I'm going to suffer, or I'm going to suffer. In my old age, I'm going to suffer, period. Who would you be without that thought? Who would you be without that thought?
I'd be someone who isn't suffering right now.
Well, that's a little less suffering in the world.
It's a little less suffering in the world.
And this moment is all there is, and I can promise you that, it's all there ever will be. This moment. You okay?
Yeah.
Well, you're standing in your future. Remember when you were worried that in the future you would suffer?
Yes.
Well, here it is. How you doing?
This doesn't qualify as real suffering to me.
No, and it never will in the moment now. It just won't in the moment now. And if it appears that you're suffering, put it on paper. That's where, all war belongs on paper. All suffering belongs on paper. Write
down all the things that I'm believing about the future and then question them. Are they true? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what you just did. How you doing? You're living your future right now. You were wrong.
How long will that future take to manifest? I don't know.
Well, sweetheart, it never changes. This is the only moment you have to take care of yourself. This is the only moment there is.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else is imagination. You're imagining you as a bag lady out there, and as you stand here, just fine in reality.
Find the reality right now.
Yeah, doing very well in reality.
Very well.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just like you. Only I don't bother with the future. And when I say, every moment is okay, and I can promise you that, I'm coming from experience, and I expect you not to believe me, but to test it every moment.
When you listen to someone else doing the work, you think, why don't they get it,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here going, okay, I'm trying to get this.
Mm-hmm. Get what?
Get it.
Are you okay in this moment?
I am okay in this
You got
moment.
it.
But the next moment, I'm already thinking, well, what about if that happens?
Well,
that moment is already took up with that
well,
fear.
what if that happened?
What if that happened?
What do you think would happen?
Ooh, yuck, bad. I'm afraid I would really be tense and unhappy and cold.
You mean like you
suffer.
are now?
Yeah, right this second.
Yeah, well, you're not, you're projecting, like, you're projecting your misery now as your future.
Right.
So just take care of now. In the future, I'm going to suffer. Oh, that was now.
Right.
Yeah. No one's ever going to like me if I... Oh, gosh, I'm not liking me very much right now.
Okay.
It's like, why did he do that to me? Oh, why am I doing this to me?
So the only suffering in the future that's possible is that what I allow to happen in the moment.
Well, as I said, this is your future. Remember what you just said?
Just that last second?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so it's over. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, isn't the past kind? It's always over.
Yeah. The past doesn't...
Isn't the future fabulous? Here it is. What justice? What grace?